Church and Freemasonry, Stagliano, they are deeply irreconcilable. The president of the Pontifical Academy of Theology, in an interview with Vatican media, reiterates the reasons for the incompatibility between the Catholic faith and Masonic thought. Our idea of God is not dictated by human reason but by revelation. We also diverge on the profound meaning of fraternity and charity. The faithful who join Masonic lodges are in a state of grave sin and cannot receive communion. The Masonic heresy is fundamentally aligned with the Arian heresy. The president of the Pontifical Academy of Theology again explains clearly to Vatican media the irreconcilability between the Catholic Church and Freemasonry. After all, says Father Antonio Stagliano, it was precisely Arius who imagined that Jesus was a great architect of the universe, as Freemasonry considers the supreme being, denying the divinity of Christ. This is why the Council of Nicaea, whose 1700th anniversary we will soon celebrate, vehemently affirms the truth about Jesus, who is begotten, not made, God from God, light from light, true God from true God. God and not the great architect of the universe. And it is precisely the idea of the architect of the universe or the great clockmaker defended by Freemasonry that is incompatible with the Catholic idea of God. Because, continues Stagliano, this idea is the result of human reasoning attempting to imagine a God, while the God of Catholics is the result of God's own revelation in Christ Jesus. Essentially, it is the result of a historical event in which God became flesh, approached men, spoke to all human beings, and destined them for salvation. Vast differences. Even the concept of brotherhood expressed by Freemasonry is light years away from the concept of fraternity in the Catholic faith. Father Stagliano states that our fraternity is established in the sacrament of God's love in Jesus. It is established in the Eucharist, not just in the generic idea of being brothers. The same reasoning, adds the prelate, can be applied to Christian charity, which has nothing to do with Masonic philanthropy. Christian charity corresponds to the historical event of a God who died and rose for us and asks his children not merely to be philanthropic but to be, ultimately, crucified for love. The Christian loves the true light. On the total incompatibility between being Catholic and joining Freemasonry, the president of the Pontifical Academy of Theology emphasizes that within Freemasonry, there are plots of hidden power that contradict Christian action. In short, when we speak of irreconcilability, we are referring to deep contradictions. We cannot even appeal to the opposition of the theologian Romano Guardini to say that they can be together. Mystery versus esotericism. Another important point of divergence is esotericism, composed of spiritual doctrines that are often secret and reserved, which permeates Masonic teachings. Even in Catholicism, specifies Father Stagliano, we speak of mystery. But the Gospels tell us that the mystery hidden throughout the centuries does not cease to be a mystery, but ceases to be hidden. Because the mystery hidden throughout the centuries has been revealed. The Church's constant condemnation. Tracing the Church's constant condemnation of Freemasonry over the centuries, Stagliano makes a point of recalling the latest response from the Dicastery for the Doctrine of the Faith to a bishop in the Philippines, dated November 13, 2023, and approved by Pope Francis, reiterating that active association remains prohibited. The faithful, he concludes, who join Masonic lodges are in a state of grave sin and absolutely cannot receive communion.